Hi, this is Lindsay from Super Secret Powers, and today I wanted to do a little bit of a talk here around getting clarity by amplifying your energy. Um, and this is for empaths, this is for intuitives, this is for anybody who, is really feeling a little muddled in their energy, or perhaps you can classify it as even confusion about what you want or how you want to see something that you are trying to manifest. So, like that next step, if you're not sure how to get there, and you know that there are tools out there and you know that there are strategies out there in order to get there, but you're really not sure either how to apply them or um, if they're even relevant to where you want to go, or even if you're not sure about, where a relationship is going. This doesn't have to be about business. You can apply this to your personal life and your personal questions as well. Because sometimes we get a little lost in that big idea where we want to go, and we're not sure if the next step is really the next step or the step that we have to take 5 steps down the line. Um, because I think sometimes timing, when we're looking at what we're getting intuitively, timing can be a confusing topic, if especially if you're some kind of person who is a clear channel and you're getting a lot of information, but it doesn't seem to have any context as to when to employ it, when this is good for, what kind of window of opportunity do we have around this. So that muddling, or that recognizing you're in a state of confusion as to, where to apply your energies and your focus in this very present moment, well, it throws everything off. It throws everything off in your system as well, not just whether you can move forward or not. So, the reason why we're probably muddled, I mean, there's a couple reasons, and you kind of have to feel around and rummage around in your energy state and your emotional bodies. So, either you're working from some kind of inauthentic to you belief, or you've picked up an idea or an expectation or some kind of standard from somebody else or somebody else's ideal, or it's even your own expectations that might need a little bit of adjusting. And a lot of times when you have an expectation that isn't really authentic to the emotional truth behind the situation you're in, it's really just a knowledge problem, a knowledge of how something is working. Um, you could be choosing from limited thinking, thinking you only have to do things this one way or the other, uh, or only one option is like a really real one because you've seen other people do it, but you haven't seen people be able to work the other things that might have come to mind. Or your intuition is giving you a caution signal and you have yet to give yourself the space to investigate. And sometimes that investigation is really just figuring out the right question to ask, or figuring out what kind of knowledge problems you do need to solve, and maybe even hire some kind of consultant or other professional to help you get the knowledge you need in order to understand the situation more fully. So right there, I mean, there's a couple things you can do to help your own sense of discernment, right? Um, but I do want to say that a lot of times, sometimes we don't get a complete green light kind of yes, go, go, go from spirit kind of signal when we know the situation or our general take on it is probably right. But when we start getting into the nitty gritty details of it, all of a sudden things start feeling like, that doesn't feel like a yes, yes, yes anymore. So you are already differentiating between yes, 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 and maybe you followed it, and now you're getting the, oh, that's a caution signal in your intuition, whether it's, a sound, a feeling, an energy, a vibe, a gut check. It doesn't matter how it shows up necessarily, because that's just the input sensor that input is coming through. So don't judge on that. But a caution signal doesn't mean that spirit's necessarily getting you a full stop, because this doesn't feel quite right isn't a, oh, hell no, never in your effing life kind of energy signal. There's a big difference. There's a big difference between yes, 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 and there's something about this, and then, oh, hell no. Like, if we can break it down into just those three signals so that you can recognize what you're getting, you're already like two steps ahead of the game there, because if it's just a caution signal, there's something that can be worked on versus a, oh, hell no signal where it's a full stop. Got it? And so when you get that caution signal, then that there's probably some kind of circumstance, belief, or boundary that needs to be shifted or reset. But what I want you to recognize here is that when you're in anything but the, oh, yes, yes, yes energy, your energy is already a little down and a little muddled and a little maybe even dissipating, because now you're pinging out into all different kinds of potentials that might exist, or you're working your mind or overworking your mind to figure out why or what shifted that turned this from a yes, yes, yes into a I don't know. I don't know about that. So, energetically speaking, a way to get back into a deeper sense of discernment, or a more accurate sense of discernment, is to figure out those yes, yes, yes energies, right? Just take things like one thing at a time. And that's why a lot of times when you need to get out of your mind and you need to start listening to your intuition, your body, to the energy again, people often use things like pendulums or muscle testing. And I hear that sometimes these things don't necessarily work for everybody, right? Um, I know if I'm just sitting here and I'm not really like in my happy feels, or I'm not really in a strong feeling, even my no, 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 kind of feelings. um, Muscle testing and pendulums aren't quite as clear as I would like them to be. Maybe I'm a bit of a control freak, but it is the way it is. And there's another way to do this. Now, what I'm going to explain to you is kind of based on the paranormal investigators tool called the human pendulum. And how that works is usually you're standing up. Um, I'm going to just teach it sitting down here so that we're all just comfortable, and you can do this then wherever you want. But you're standing up, and you kind of just gotta get real loose, real loose. Get back into your body, maybe do a little bit of grounding. You just push that cord all the way down to earth and just enjoy those happy, comfort, supportive, nourishing feels for a while. And then you want to ask questions. And it's always good to start with your tester questions, your alignment questions, uh, so you know what movement or what feeling is going to come when you say yes, or when you say, or when the yes or no answers come through, right? Yes, no, or caution. Um, so this is why this applies to also muscle testing and pendulum, because this is basically the way you do all of this. But the extra step in here that I want you to do is I want you to really, really get in touch with the energy behind your yes, yes, yes feels and your no, no, no feels. I'm a little congested. I've been having horrible allergies all week, so don't mind me. Um, so you're nice and loose, and now you're ready to start asking some questions, and you say, like, show me a yes. But as you're asking the question, show me a yes, I want you to just start thinking about like the happiest things, the happiest times you've had in your life, specific memories where you know that you are so tapped into the yes, 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 even if it's like maybe in support of somebody else, like you're watching somebody else graduate or get an award or get married and you're happy for them, but you're in that yes, yes, yes energy. So I want you to build that yes, yes, yes energy up in your internal experience and then ask the question, show me a yes, and see what your body does. Does it sway? Does it circle? Does it kind of, whatever it does, just make a mental note of it. And when you're done with that, and after you've got a definitive kind of pattern or a distinctive feeling of your body reacting to the yes, yes, yes energy, um, clear yourself. Shake that out, shake that out, shake that out. Come back to the present moment, back to the present moment. Center, center, center. Shake it out. Then think about no. Think about no, like that strong no. No, you're not going to do this again. No, I can't stand this. No, 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 no. I put an energetic stop and boundary to this. Like right here, right now, I can feel my defenses coming up. No, no. What is no? Then, like, what does no look like? And then follow how that feels in your body. The other day, when I was testing this out, when I was writing my little script here, no actually felt like um sorry, I'm just shaking my hair out there. No felt like it was like this stillness. It was like this boiling kind of stillness. It was like no. Now you could also do this for the maybe energy, but the maybe energy will then be such a distinct difference between yes and no that like you won't need to necessarily set it. You'll know because you're not going to be like yes, 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 or you're not like no. Um, but that's when you really want to start asking very specific questions. How do I feel about this? How do I feel about that? In very much detail. Um, so we're just going to use like a business example here, and you're preparing for a launch, but maybe you already have intuited that you are kind of tired, that you are not really out there to be like all in full out launch mode and you want to scale back, but you don't necessarily know how to scale back in a way that's also going to be effective to you. So, I mean, of course, take a look at what the numbers say for your engagement and your reach and all that. Let the outward indicators also influence what questions and how you think about the problem internally. Um, I said that I need to like crank up my posting game. It's like, do I need to do I need to come up with like just a little way where maybe I'm not on every day, but I am doing some kind of challenge in the background? Oh, all right. There's some energy in that. There's some yes energy in that. All right. How can I dig into that a little bit more? Do I just need to do maybe canned videos for this? Hmm. Okay, there's some energy to that too. And just let that lead you along the course of brainstorming out what it is you think you might need to adjust, what boundary you might need to adjust, what belief you might have to work on, tweak, up level, or what circumstance needs to be addressed, before you can consider moving forward. Um, but get specific. And if you have to, shake everything out again and start with where you last felt you had a good baseline energy. And remember to just keep adding your feels to this, because your feels are authentic to you and they're authentic to your intuition. Your intuition, your emotions and your intuition aren't exactly different things. It's just how we're like interpreting them and how we're interpreting the world around us and the triggers and all that kind of stuff. So really play into that and play and give yourself the space to really learn to trust your body and feel the intuition as it goes through your body. Because the stronger we can get our own personal vibe up, the more clear things are going to be about what we want and how we want it as it's authentic to us. Because that's your most powerful aligned state, right? All right. I hope this tip helped. If it did, leave a comment or go talk about it in the Magic Bringers Rising free community. All right. And stay tuned for more hints and tips from Super Secret Powers. And don't forget to like, share, and follow.